Hello, my name is Mark Andrews, and this is my heart dissection for Bio 169 with Professor Burchette. I apologize for the mess of my room. There is a computer in here, but it is cut off and will not be used during this presentation. As I said, this room is fairly messy. My deepest apologies for that. But there are no other devices in here other than the sheet of paper I have the things written on. Okay, so we will start our identification with identifying the aorta, which I have marked with this pencil here. Next, we're going to do the aortic valve, which is going to be the valve that goes from the left ventricle out to the rest of the body. And that valve can be seen here. The apex of the heart is going to be the bottom point of the heart. The right atrium is going to be found here, where deoxygenated blood comes into the right side of the heart, and the left atrium be found here, and this is where reoxygenated blood is going to come into the heart from the lungs. You have the right and left auricles. The base of the heart is actually the top of the heart. The brachiocephalic artery is going to be this artery here, coming off of the aorta, the first one in line. The chordae tendineae, otherwise known as heartstrings. This is the chordae tendineae that's attached to the tricuspid valve, but that will be the chordae tendineae here. You have endocardium, which is going to be the innermost layer of the heart. So endocardium would be this inner layer here that covers the ventricles here. Epicardium is going to be the outer covering of the heart. This heart did not have a piece of the inferior vena cava present, but it would come up from the bottom of the body and feed into the right atrium, in the same place that the superior vena cava feeds into. The interventricular septum is going to be the muscle that separates the two ventricles on either side of the anterior interventricular sulcus, you can see here. The mitral valve is going to be the valve that separates the left atrium and left ventricle, and we can see that here. The myocardium is going to be the largest portion layer of the heart muscle, and it's going to be this structure here, where we can see all the muscle. Papillary muscles are going to be the small muscles attached to the chordae tendineae. There's a really good example of one there. The pulmonary artery, where blood leaves the right side of the heart to go be oxygenated in the lungs, is going to be found here. So that would be our pulmonary artery. Correct, I'm sorry. Pulmonary artery is going to be, this would be the left pulmonary artery, and right pulmonary artery would be here going to the right lung. The pulmonary trunk is going to be the lower section of this leading out of the right ventricle. The pulmonary valve will be this valve that is in between the pulmonary trunk and right ventricle. Pulmonary veins, this heart only had the left pulmonary veins present. Those are going to be here. This is going to have oxygenated blood going into the left atrium. The other set would be coming from the right side, coming from the right lung, correction. The superior vena cava is found here, coming down into the right atrium. The tricuspid valve is going to be a valve separating the right atrium and right ventricle, found here. And then you have the right ventricle and left ventricle. All right. Thank you, and hope you have a great day.